Ayo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to show you guys how to get over 9k score in Guild Wars AKUMU Hell. So, I was actually thinking this week is gonna be push week, but they seem to delay it one more time again. That's pretty annoying because instead of every 4 weeks or basically every month having a Guild Wars, it's going to be every 5 weeks, I guess, which is a very, very bad thing. Especially during the state of this game at the moment. But right now, you guys are here for the Guild Wars AKUMU and not for Guild Wars. So basically, now we can use the Archangel team again. It's probably gonna be super easy, super smooth. Everyone on an HP set with as much health as possible. So the missions are going to be pretty normal thing here. This one is also super easy because Archangels, they are super tanky, and we also kill super fast. Removing 10 debuffs, that's pretty easy since we do have a Margaret and no one dying, super easy. Of course, like for example, if you go for maximum scores, you need to get a golden Margaret buff, and then you also need to cleanse 10 times, which is not that easy. But in order to get 9k score, we can probably press on auto. So I would say I will press once on auto. I want to see what score we are going to get, and then we're going to manual it. But we are going to manual it without we're going to manual it without having the golden Margaret buff, because having the golden Margaret buff is like super hard. It's pretty it's almost impossible. But luckily, like I think 2 weeks ago we had a mission of doing the elemental disadvantage, which was actually pretty terrible to get, because basically if we did that, most of the times one of the hands died before we got to that point. But here right now, all we need to do is basically cleansing when we have debuffs, and here, as you can see, one cleanse will be already 8 debuffs. No, never mind, we have the mission done already. Because here, as you can see, we have all those ignites. I actually forgot about the ignites, so we got that mission immediately. So this is like basically one of the easiest weeks in my opinion. It's just unfortunate that Sadiel didn't use his 2-star AoE, but I think we're still fine. I think next round, if he uses the 2-star AoE, hopefully the middle unit dies, and I think we're gonna even cleanse again because we're gonna get debuffed here. Okay, never mind, we won't cleanse again because unfortunately we got sealed, but we're going to buff with Tamil, which means the 2-star of Sadiel, hopefully, I really hope the 2-star of Sadiel is just gonna one-shot, because else we're gonna stall basically one additional turn. Okay, why is the 2-star card used after the flood card? That's super weird, but it shouldn't matter too much as long the middle unit dies. Perfect, very nice. We even should get, damn, only once the 250 damage mark, but here, as you can see, this is basically the most annoying thing if we don't kill the hands at the same time, because the middle unit gets immunity. How do I say that? Immune to damage. So basically he doesn't take any damage, which is super annoying. And damn, guys, I might have to stop it if we draw another Margaret buff. Okay, if we draw another Margaret buff, I have to stop it, because then it would be a golden. Then unfortunately it's not an auto, but okay, looks like we don't have it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here, well, we get drained, so we actually do have a chance of getting that. Here also super nice that we have the buff of Tamil, because we get 3 points from that. Okay, very unfortunate. If we would have gotten, as I said, another Margaret buff, I would have stopped and said, hey, okay, this is the run where we get the golden Margaret. But now we actually have a problem, because the left hand with a stance is actually super tanky, so it takes us a little bit in order to kill it, but it's okay. Oh wow, we have another another chance pretty much to get a golden Margaret buff again. But unfortunately, I think we do get we get debuffed, so we're basically going to lose the buff again. So very unfortunate about that, but all in all, it just counts that we are going to finish with 9k hopefully. We actually use a little bit too many cards at the moment, I think. Especially why do we double cleanse? That is, on one hand, it's pretty good, because basically we get maximum stacks of Margaret. I think we probably have the maximum stacks of Margarets already, but on the other hand, the problem is the more cards we use, okay, the more cards we are going to use, the worse it gets, because basically the problem is there's the mission of using 25 cards or less. So luckily we are not debuffed, so in this round we should be able to finish him off. Yeah, he's definitely dead. He's definitely deado. Using the list card would have been a little bit cooler, or if the AoE would have done 250k, but unfortunately without crit damage our Sadia doesn't hit that hard. But let's see, our score is still going to be 10.6k and almost 12k if we would have had the mission, because yeah, we got super unlucky and the left hand didn't die fast enough. So now we're going to manual one more time and show you guys, hey, if you want to save yourself some time, of course, like autoing is kind of saving time as well, but if you manual, it's much faster. Now we are going to show you guys the run without autoing. Afterwards, we're also going to show you guys the replacement for Red Tamil. A lot of people were asking in the previous videos, hey, what is a replacement for Red Tamil? I did mention that already, but people were still asking, so that's why I decided to also replace Red Tamil with a what's his name, with a blue Tamil, so that you guys can see, okay, it actually does work. So here, very lucky that our magnet didn't get what it's called sealed. If our magnet gets sealed, is super annoying, because the moment the boss is basically turned off, we actually do want to buff with Sariel, with Tamil, in order to basically get a lot of free points. We have to get his ult, because that will be super helpful, and luckily we also have a merger onto Liz, because this way we can actually rush the Liz ult while we are going to also be able to use the Tamil ult without any issues. So let's just see what is going to happen now. Okay, very nice that we got another magnet buff, because that might be helpful for later. Here, as you can see, we get a lot of debuffs on them. So here, whenever he AoE, so basically if you go for the RNG that he AoEs or have more AoEs, that's even more points, because every time they do damage onto any unit, it applies a debuff onto Tamil if Tamil is buffed up. So what we're going to do now is basically, I would say we can just burn this. We're going to ult, we're going to just burn the flood cards. And then this way we have the ult of our Liz, and Liz can basically, should be able to one-shot the two hands on the second phase. So here you can see, whoever you have better ult level, you should be probably rushing, because basically Liz can one-shot as well, but I personally prefer to use his card, since he has full ult gauge, or not full ult gauge, he has a detonate ult, and detonate ult usually hits harder than any other ult, especially when they have in Guild Wars like, I think 10 ult gauges, I don't know. So now we're definitely gonna buff up again. Let me just see how many buffs we have. So we kinda need 2 more, but we should be still fine. So what we're going to do now is definitely let's do the AoE first, because obviously we want to do some AoE damage as well in order to gain some points. We do this, and I would say now let's just use okay, this is the flood card, so I will use this power strike. Hopefully we can crit with the power strike in order to basically increase the stats of Sadiel. That might be not that bad, and also we can't use any other ults. So like for example, if we would stay longer in the first phase in order to rush some ults, that might be not that bad as well. Okay, nice, we got a crit. Because the problem is that what is called, that we get rained here. Yeah. And also we take a lot of damage, or I mean it's not really that much of damage, but yeah, so basically you have to think, okay, do I stay longer in the first phase or not? Here for example, our Sadiel, I think he has okay, unfortunately he won't have the maximum stacks, but here we definitely gonna merge here and use this golden in order to finish. I hope the AoEs won't kill yet, but we should be good to go. Okay, very nice. This is very good in order to gain some points. And here, as you can see, 500k damage, basically the 250k damage mark. That is just some extra points. That's pretty lucky that we got the golden card though, but I think even a 2-star card would have dealt enough damage, and we have almost a 13k. Very nice, I would say. Now for all non-believers, we also put in the blue Tamil on a triple defense set. So basically we want to deal as much damage with Tamil as possible. I think maybe HP set would be totally fine as well, because basically with an HP set we would gain more HP stats, which would be more points in general. So I'm not too sure which will be better, but I personally think doing the extra damage for Tamir on triple defense isn't that bad. So here I would say we are basically going to go for the same threat, just that we can burn the stance instead, I would say. And now we're going to burn the AoE. The cool thing about the blue Tamir is, as I said, he can actually heal. So maybe going for his ult like this is maybe not the way to go. So I should probably just stall here a little bit longer. Okay, I actually forgot that he has a stance cancel as well. But yeah, it's actually a good thing because that means our Tamir doesn't take that much damage here. Very, very unfortunate that our magnet actually gets turned off. But that's okay for now. So we're just going to work on some ults. It's just unfortunate that we have to tank an ult. But as I said, we're going to basically go for the ult of what it's called. We're going to go for the ult of Tamir in order to heal up everything. So we should be good to go. We should be fine. And I would say we're going to just burn this power strike in order to hopefully crit so that we can increase our stats of Sariel. Okay, very, very unfortunate we didn't crit at all. That's kind of sad, not gonna lie. Okay, hopefully we can just cleanse because we need the cleanse mission since it's super annoying if we get sealed again. And as I said, we also have to tank an ult, but we have the stance of Tamir, which is a very nice thing. So we can more or less hopefully easily tank it, and we should probably get the Liz ult. So if we're going to do this, if we're going to stance, unfortunately we can't get the Liz ult then, but that will be fine since we can still just get the ult of our Tamiel instead. I think that will be fine. So we just do this, and I would say we can use this AoE for now. So basically, if we move to transition with the Tamiel ult, that will be fine as well because we're going to heal up. And if we have other ults, for example, we can just one-shot with the Liz ult in phase 2, and hopefully Tamiel doesn't get drained, by the way, because if Tamiel gets drained, that will be a little bit annoying, but let's just see what is going to happen. So hopefully they will ult Sariel, because ulting into Sariel is no problem at all. Okay, ulting here, that's annoying. So we have to stall one more turn, and also the stance was super helpful in order to mitigate some damage here. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's kind of sad, as I said. So what we're going to do now is we're definitely gonna stance up, I would say. We're gonna move. And I would say use the Sariel AoE, and then next round we're going to move to transition. So this is kind of sad, actually. Not gonna lie, because we could have been able to finish already if our timer didn't get ulted, but I think we are still fine. We're still okay and good to go. The only thing is now that he heals, but I think we should still be able to kill if we're going to, for example, use the list 2-star card. The list 2-star card AoE will deal actually a shit ton of damage, but very sad that we don't have a freaking card of Sariel, because obviously I would love to rather get the Sariel ult, but yeah, we're just gonna do this in order to deal some damage. Then Tamir will or should be able to heal up everyone, and I would say we're just going to burn this because we don't really need this card. And yeah, let's just see what is going to happen. So the best card draw, I would say, oh damn, I actually didn't want it to kill the right side hand, but that was some nice damage actually, so that's not that bad, and we still get 2 times the 250k. So now basically what we're going to do, okay, very nice, we actually did get a buff. So what we're going to do is we're going to buff up. I really hope that we have enough. Okay, perfect, this is perfect. We have enough stacks, so we just do this, and damn, I should have moved this away, because basically now the problem is the ult probably one-shots. So we're gonna use this flood card, and then we are going to do this. So obviously if we would have been able to use the golden flood card, which might also one-shot, so maybe having this this 2-star flood card is a little bit better. Oh damn, we actually don't kill. Okay, this is actually terrible. Hopefully this kills. Okay, this actually kills, and hopefully the Margaret ult will one-shot so that we actually have full health. So that was kind of sad. I actually expected that the left hand dies, but I guess it was because we didn't crit or whatever. But hey, all in all, it worked out, and we still have an 11.7k score with our first try. So yeah, if anyone doesn't have red Tamiel, just replace it with a blue Tamiel and you guys are good to go. And this is without getting the golden Margaret buff. I really hope it was helpful. You enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out for now.